All right, so resuming our journey here. I don't know what is going on with the weather. I checked the radar and there's like this blob of rain that's weirdly, because the weather systems don't normally go that way, it's going sort of northeast to southwest. Climate change that normally does not happen. Our you know, the systems don't go in that direction. So I got like raindrops all over my phone and my GPS. Makes it hard to sort of see anything on here. All right, so here again we're coming alongside, you know, all of these little sort of properties and things like that, right beside the grade. And so here we have a little creek, and so what we're going to do is we are going to pause for a few moments and we're going to run down and take a look at it. So it is a segmented concrete culvert. You can see part of it there, and so we're going to go and have a look at that. All right, so we've made our way down here below the grade, which you can see is just a short distance above us. You can see this creek flowing down below the grade. Of course, the dog's in there like a dirty shirt. And so you can see this culvert here. And so it's a fairly large diameter culvert. It's probably about a 4-footer. It looks like it's in pretty good shape. I don't want to get too much closer. There's a big thorn bush here that is just sort of taunting me right beside my left shoulder here. And so I don't want to get too close to that. You can see the not a substantial amount of water, but certainly more than there normally is with the spring runoff. It looks like it's flowing down there pretty good. Looks like there is kind of you know, a little bit of an issue down below. Some of the segments look like they're slightly disrupted. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump the grade and go take a look at this from the south side. All right, so we're down here on the south side of the grade. You can see a very interesting situation because there is a road here alongside the properties beside the lake. This concrete culvert for the railway flows immediately into a metal culvert beneath the road. You can see that there has been a displacement of this last segment, a pretty substantial one. So it's opened up here on the top, and again, just an inherent flaw with these segmented ones. And so again, we can see, other than that, it seems like it's in pretty good shape. The water's flowing pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hop back up on the grade, which you can just see about 10 feet or 15 feet above us, and continue plugging our way to the west. Okay, back in the saddle. So looking back, you can see the sleeping giant. You can see sort of some of the ice still in the bay here. You know, that 22 degrees that we're supposed to get today would be nice to sort of clear everything up, but no sun yet. I actually pull my sleeves down. It's always a little bit cooler close to the lake. Obviously, the water has a very moderating effect on the temperature. This year was bad because we got a lot of storms that sucked moisture off the lake and made some of the snow worse than it was. A lot of lake effect snow. So here you see the grade is just going just dead straight. Now, what's kind of interesting here, and I gotta look and see if there's anything on there, but you know, I've been around railway lines for a long time, you know, 28 years now, which is crazy. This looks like a spur to me, right? You basically have this, you know, you can see it kind of coming off the grade here, and then you can kind of see this. It kind of goes down, but you know, as you get over here, you can kind of see there's a definitive sort of hump. So I don't know if this was a spur or if this was some sort of road that sort of came alongside the grade. And I can kind of feel ties. I can feel indentations from ties in here. I'm gonna see what that is there. Old kettle. So I can, you know, you have a ditch on this side, you have a ditch on this side, so you can definitely see something here. So I'm gonna have to check the timetables and see if there was something. I think I looked, but I didn't see anything. So this is a bit of an enigma here. I'll double check those timetables. See if I can come up with something. All right, let's resume our journey here. And so coming up, just up here, we actually have a station, quote unquote. really just a siding. But I'll zip you ahead until we get there. All right, so here we are. So this is the beginning of the siding for the station here at Wild Goose. Wild Goose was the third last station on the line. So basically Wild Goose, Current, and then Port Arthur. This was an original station on the line. There really wasn't anything here other than a siding. And was actually just having kind of a back and forth with a gentleman on Facebook, and you know, he was talking about remembering this siding back in the 60s and not really remembering anything, you know, kind of happening on the siding here. I believe so. This was obviously put in with the railway line was constructed, and I'm going to pull up here for a second, and I'm just going to go take a look and see when it disappeared. All right, so good thing I have a website and have the information on there. So basically the siding was removed around between 68 and 70, and then the station disappears from timetables prior to 1976. So one of the interesting things, and I've mentioned this on previous occasions, when I do these hikes, there's so much stuff that I have to try to remember, and sometimes it can get very frustrating, because then you sort of, you know, you'll forget the odd thing, and it's, you know, you'll sort of cringe. Like today's hike, at the beginning of the hike, I was so kind of engrossed in what I was doing, I actually went right by, there was a whistle sign or a whistle marker right by Grandview Beach Road there, and I completely missed it. Here you can see this pond, and it looks like maybe they dug gravel out of here at some point. I don't know if it was railway related, but certainly a big blob of water there. And so the siding here continues. And again, you can see this area here where the dog saw the ducks. Appears that they dug material. I wouldn't be surprised if this was original when they built the line, because I know that there's areas, and I actually found documentation stating that fact, that there was that they dug gravel beside the grade up, you know, in the Jellicoe area around the Sturgeon and the Blackwater rivers. Good source of gravel. So here basically the siding comes to an end, and we are at there's like a million things that are happening here. This is West Birch Beach Road. So you get the end of the siding, you got a road, and just across the road here we have a junction box for the fiber And so the mileage on here is 190.18. So again, that is the mileage on the Kinghorn. And so for the original lines, that would be 140.38. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to reload. We're getting close to our destination and the end of our hike. And so we'll just keep sort of plugging along here to the west. Okay, I think we've got about 1 kilometer to go here. And so here you can see this section is a little bit on the grown in side. Just looking to see if there's any flanger signs or anything that I missed. Here's a tie. So you find the odd one in place. We saw 4 of them back by Wild Goose Beach there. You can see here the grade is just the ballast has been sort of pounded flat. And there's another tie right up here. There's a bunny on the grade. Luna doesn't know what to do. There she goes. There's more than one bunny. There was a couple. There was one further up. So here's another tie. This one's sticking up pretty good. Now let's see if I can get my dog back here. Then I got her. Oh, here comes the sun out again. I got her orange vest on just so she's. You don't usually wear that until the summer, till the fall time when it's hunting season, but I decided to put it on her just so she's visible with all the roads and stuff that we crossed. So we're coming up to the end of our hike here, because I can see stuff up ahead from the next section that we did, and so we already did that section of grade. We're just kind of coasting here a little bit, which is unusual. It's almost like we're kind of going downhill. Usually railway grades are pretty flat, and again you can just see that the grade has just been pounded flat here. No ballast issues in this spot. Last weekend I was up by Coughlin, and so there's some really bad sections of ballast there. Yeah, we're literally coasting here. We're coming downhill. You can actually see the grade kind of comes on a downhill, and so that is true of this grade. So basically there's kind of a high point around sort of Pass Lake, and then you're kind of coming downhill into Thunder Bay. All right, so we're coming up to the end of our exploration for today, and as an indication of that, we do have some signage here. Hopefully you can see that through the trees. So we do have a flanger sign, and so the flanger sign is for the road crossing that is just right up here. And so this is where we're going to end. This is where we kind of started our eastbound journey. So this is another road. This is East Floral Beach Road. And so the grade continues this way, and you sort of get into the last sort of shot of properties and things like that here in the municipality of Shuniah, and then eventually you get into the city of Thunder Bay. Okay, so hopefully you've enjoyed today's exploration and all the things that we've kind of seen. Again, a little bit longer sort of hike. We've already done this section, so we were here doing this section last week. And so please make sure that you tune in and take a look at those videos. And so we'll be back just as soon as we can with more explorations.